Here we go, fourth down. News Law Peggy. What do we have here?
We have Gary Vee giving some advice for kids dealing with their parents during the NIL process. And here it goes.
This is some real fucking talk. The first thing I would say is tune your parents out. Mm-hmm. For 90%, you know this, for 95% of them, tune your fucking parents out. Mm-hmm. The parents are the problem.
Yeah.
Not the coaches in the program. Mm-hmm. Mommy and daddy get in your pockets.
Yeah.
And by the way, you're talking to a kid who's obsessed to make mommy and daddy money because he loved them so much. So I also know there's a ton of kids right now like, fuck you, Gary. My single dad, my single mom, my grandma, like, I gotta put, and I'm like, of course, that's not what I'm saying. Yeah. Take care of your fam, but pay attention to what you want.
Yeah.
Like, and do you want this? My big thing with these kids is like, are you okay if this is your last bag? Mm-hmm. Because as you know, for a lot of them, it will be their last bag.
Yeah.
Because they won't go to the next level. Mm-hmm. They won't transfer portal. Yeah. Because they'll fuck up everything between their senior year and their freshman year. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Gary Vee, but I won't be me if I don't keep it 100.
Keep it P then.
He's wrong. He's wrong. Why? The message was intended to be right, but you're wrong. And the reason why I said it is a lot of times, yes, this is their first bag, maybe their last. It's easy for a person to judge a situation that you're not in. You understand what I'm saying?
Elaborate on that.
A lot of times athletes, primarily African-American athletes, they're first generation moneymakers. So for you to tell a kid who's now coming into money to tune your parents out, that's not really realistic. I understand what you were trying to say, but that's not realistic. Because even though you have a lot of money, physically or financially, mentally, you're still broke. And your circumstance around you, the individuals are broke as well. So I hear what Gary Vee is trying to say, but that's not realistic, because when I'm thinking about this, you have to cite the situation. Everybody's situation is completely different. This is our way out. It's either rap or go to the league. If you can't, empathize with that, then it is what it is. We don't have lawyers and doctors to look up to. We got people flaunting money in our community, and typically it's done illegally. Mm-hmm. The honest truth is most people that we know have money don't pay taxes.
Don't pay taxes on that money. They pharmacists, street pharmacists.
Or they hoopers and football players. Dreads, or your Mashika hat.
Yeah.
But that's the truth.
Yeah.
And it's easy for somebody who don't have those type of pressures or don't have those circumstances to say like, oh man, just tune your parents out. Like, man, respectfully, you can't cope with that.
Yeah. Because
for 17, 18 years of your life, you've been broke. And on the next year, you're in a position where you come into a lot of money. Mm-hmm. You're still broke mentally. Yeah. Not financially, but mentally. And it's only a matter of time until you realize that either one, you're going to be broke, or number two, you're going to have to make the proper adjustments to say, hold on, I can't do this. I can't take care of everybody. Yeah. So what I would say is, if you do come in an opportunity of making a lot of money, first and foremost, what I will tell you to do with your team, with your family, your mom and your dad, your cousin and your uncle and your aunties and all that, y'all need to get educated with financial literacy. Be hip to a person who you respect enough that you want to listen to, that can instruct you what to do with the money that you have. I didn't have it. Mm-hmm. I was blessed enough to have, my father in a way to instruct me in ways, and still to this day he does, but my father didn't have $10,000 liquid, $20,000 liquid, let alone $5 million in the bank account liquid, just like, okay, I could buy anything I want. Like, no. So it was up to me to not only listen to my father, but also realize, like, hold on. There's some things that my father is telling me that that may not be the best advice at this particular point. He may be right, but two things can be right. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I would tell anybody, like I said, educate yourself. Financial literacy is real that people in the Black community struggle with. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we would rather buy one thing rather than invest in another. And this is the kicker though, Peggy. Every time you ask a person, what would you do if you come into a large sum of money, they'll say, oh, I invested. And you're gonna lose your money if you don't know what you're supposed to be investing in, how you're supposed to be investing.
That's real.
Oh, I invest my money into some stock. Man, that sounds
Into what?
good.
Yeah.
But it's not, you still have to educate yourself to what you're putting your money into.
That's real.
Sometimes in business that I even had to learn as a grown adult, profit and loss. Man, we getting that money, bro, like real talk, bro. I just made 10 bands. But guess what, my guy? Guess what, my gal? You spent $13,500 to get 10,000. You still in the hole.
Yeah, that's real.
So educate yourself. That's what I do. You can't cut them off. Because mama's still going to be mama.
That's real.
Daddy's still going to be pops. Your brother and your sister still going to be there. And you can't just cut them off. That's not realistic in everybody's situation.
That's real.
Anything else, Peggy?
Man, you really kind of touched on it. I was going to ask you how your situation was with your pops, but you kind of broke that down.
Man, first generation money makers, bro, they don't realize that that is a stressing position to be in because you want to take care of so many people, and it's up to you and your discernment to identify who you're going to help.
And that was my thing. Like, when did you find the discernment to, like, I can listen to my dad or my OGs, or like, okay, they might not know about this, so I need to go outside of my circle to get a financial advisor?
I'm gonna tell you a practice that I would always do. First and foremost, for people who have money around, like people who don't have money, don't flaunt money. Let's start with that.
Give some tips.
Rule number one, do not flaunt money. Meaning, if everybody around you is broke, you pulling out a wad of cash, that's counterproductive.
Yeah.
That's day and night. Because when people, a person who's broke sees a lot of money, man, they ain't even got $100 and you got 8 racks right there, bro. Let me hold some. I learned that early. You'll never, how long you been knowing me, babe?
17.
How many times have you seen me pull out a wad of cash?
Very seldom.
If
ever, really.
But I always got it on me. I'll walk away.
And I never seen you pull out money in a group setting or nothing like that. And if you had to, it's like, it's never been in a group. You always walk away in a corner, and you might have somebody stand around you to block what you're pulling out.
Like, those are things that being around this circumstance makes you understand how you need to move and operate. Because I don't want nobody being around me feeling like I'm the come up. You know what I'm saying?
Are they
old? You know, my brothers would always tell me, he's like, stop gambling with broke Negroes. Because they looking at you like the bank. They coming to the dice game with just $300. You coming to the dice game with $3,000. And you can just miss that, but bro, like, you the guinea pig, bro.
Yeah. If I hit, I'm hitting.
Really kind of like hear that, and I'm saying like, okay, cool. Like, I don't too much be gambling like that around guys who don't really got it. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So all in all, I say that because everybody's situation and circumstances is different, and you have to move accordingly to your circumstance.
That's real.